Yes, students. So, today we will see the chemical expression of respiration, right? Respiration. You see, I have told you that this carbohydrate comes in contact with oxygen, and where does it comes in contact? Into the mitochondria. Mitochondria of a cell, right? Mitochondria is plural word, okay? So, what is the singular for mitochondria? Is mitochondrion, able, the chondrion that is capable, right? Mightier, powerful. That is why the common word we say powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria. So, carbohydrate and oxygen comes in contact with mitochondria, and this carbohydrate breaks into carbon dioxide and water, and it produces what? Energy. It produces energy. So, our main purpose is to get energy. Our body gets energy to carry out different functions. We walk, we run, we sit, we stand, we laugh, we speak, we raise our hand, we move our fingers, we blink our eyes, we breathe in, we digest our food. These are activities of our body that you can notice, you can see, right? And at higher levels, clear? But you see inside the cell also so many activities go on. That is why, and who carries out these activities? The very small components or pairs present in the cells. These pairs of the cell that are present or remain suspended in the cytoplasm of the cell, they carry on various processes, right? That is why they are known as organelles. Clear? They are known as organelles. We have organs that perform various activities. Those small parts, they are very small, but they also behave like our bigger structures called the organs. This hand is one organ. The leg you see, leg is the organ. Clear? Then your neck is organ, your mouth is organ. These bigger ones you can see, but they are microscopic structures at angstrom level, so small that you cannot imagine even of, because you have never seen them. They are so small. So small, if I say, you ask, sir, are they smaller than the dust of talcum powder? Yes. The dust, one of the dust particle of the talcum powder, they are so small, even smaller than that. And inside that, many small pairs, they work, they are known as organelles, means very small organs. Clear? So, respiration, I have told you, these carbohydrate molecules come in contact with oxygen in the mitochondria of the cell and break into carbon dioxide and water and release energy. All these process. Our purpose is to get this energy. Our purpose is to get this energy for our body, and for that we have all these complexities, all these headaches. Right? Now question comes, where from this carbohydrate reaches to the mitochondria? Where from? If I ask you, where from this carbohydrate reaches, how this mitochondria, in this mitochondria carbohydrate goes? The previous lesson you read, our digestive system. You know, from our food, from the mouth itself, the complex starch, it starts digesting because of an enzyme, that is salivary amylase, that contains ptyalin and converts this complex sugar into simple sugars. So, this carbohydrate is taken out of the food that we eat. This taking out of the food, of the carbohydrate, a nutrient from the food, is known as digestion. So, because of that digestion, we separate the carbohydrate. When it reaches to the small intestine, the blood vessels the blood vessels that are attached to the villi, that are present in the inner lining of the small intestine, this carbohydrate goes into the blood, and this blood reaches that carbohydrate into the mitochondria, of the cell. Do you know the passage? So, how? Question is how the carbohydrate reaches in the mitochondria. That is a question. So, answer for this is a big question. If two boys quarrel, so first question comes, how they reach there? Why they have reached there? Right? So, similarly, this carbohydrate quarreled with oxygen, but how this carbohydrate has gone? If it has quarreled inside the mitochondria, then how this carbohydrate reached the mitochondria? Is packed, our body is packed with the skin. There is no direct passage or a pathway for any substance to reach the cells. So, the answer is the pathway is food. You eat food, ingestion, put the food in the mouth, then digestion takes place, and because of this digestion, carbohydrate plus fecal matter or waste matter. So, food is converted into carbohydrate and waste after digestion, right? Then this food, because of peristaltic movement, I have told in the previous lesson, this both materials are pushed due to peristaltic in digestive tract. Due to peristaltic movement, this is pushed into the intestine, small intestine, pushed into small intestine. Then from small intestine, carbohydrate is absorbed absorbed in blood. This both carbohydrate and waste, they are pushed into the small intestine. Carbohydrate is absorbed in the blood and the waste is pushed out of our body through anus, right, as fecal method. So carbohydrate goes in the blood and this blood reaches the carbohydrate in cell. To every cell, this blood reaches the carbohydrate to every cell, right, and then when it reaches, goes in the cytoplasm, and from cytoplasm it goes to the mitochondria. See how carbohydrates has come into mitochondria. Do you understand? So now you have one way. When you understood in the previous lesson, when you read about the digestive system, you have seen digestive system helps reaching these nutrients into the cytoplasm of the cell, and from cytoplasm to different, some of the nutrients go to mitochondria, some of them go to the nucleus, some of them go to the endoplasmic reticulum, some of them go to the ribosomes. So different organelles. This cytoplasm is like the mother and the organelles are like the children. The children, whatever they want from the mother cytoplasm, children are the organelles and they take it from them. Do you understand? So now you have clear idea how this carbohydrate reach to the cells. Clear? Now question comes, how this oxygen reached? This you have already read in your previous lesson when you read about the digestive system. Not only the carbohydrate, the fat, the proteins, the vitamins, the minerals and water, all these molecules, they follow the same path to reach the cytoplasm of the cell. Cytoplasm of the cell. Is that clear? So this way these nutrients, they reach the cell. So now you have the idea how carbohydrate is it that oxygen was present there priorly or oxygen is produced there? Oh, don't laugh. That how, sir, oxygen will be there? Is a packed structure. Nothing can go inside. How oxygen has gone? Yes. How oxygen has gone? Now you have a question. One of the quarreling entities, one of the reacting substances present now. I have told you how it has reached to the cell. Now second aspect I have to tell you, how this oxygen, the other one who fought, two children fight sometimes. So the other one, who is the other one? The next question, who is the other one involved in the quarrel? How oxygen, how this oxygen reached in the mitochondria of the cell. My God, food is not going to give any oxygen, you know. Food can give you carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin, minerals and water. But the substance, oxygen, how it has reached? Yes. So, if I ask, first go and find, where will you find the oxygen? If I ask a small child, or if I ask you only, where will you find Parle-G biscuits? You answer, sir, nearby general store. So general store is the place where we will find the Parle-G biscuits. Clear? Similarly, I have this question. Where can you locate or where will you find oxygen? You have to find for oxygen. Where will you find oxygen? Yes? Think on. Where will you find oxygen? Very simple. Oxygen we will find in the atmosphere. Atmosphere, that is in the air. You find the oxygen is a component of air, right? In that air you will find the oxygen, right? But how this oxygen has gone there into that mitochondria to quarrel with carbohydrate and break it into two pieces? The pieces are carbon dioxide and water, and as a result of that energy is released that was trapped in between. So somebody opened the lid and contents have fallen out of that container. How this oxygen has reached? It was present in the air. Sir, if I ask, hey oxygen, why you fought with carbohydrate? The oxygen will be innocently standing like you people. Sir, I was not there. Everything gone. If oxygen was not there, who fought with? Right? So question comes, how oxygen has gone there? You have to find how oxygen has gone from this air. This air is pulled. Here, come. Air is pulled. Pulled by whom? Pulled into what, you know? These two holes called the nostrils. That is taking in of air. When this air was pulled in, we call this breathing in or inhalation. More proper, a better word. Inhalation or breathing in or pulling of air from the atmosphere. Where is this air pulled? Into our ears? No. Into our eyes? No. Have we had caught hold with our grips, with our hand and pulled the air? No. It was pulled into our nostrils, passed through the passage I have told you. Nostrils, nasal cavity, from nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi, from bronchi, we have bronchioles, alveoli, then in the alveolar sac. Air has this air, the oxygen from air has gone up to alveolar sac of the respiratory system. Alveolar sac. This alveolar sac is a structure similar to the small intestine in the digestive system. What happened in the small intestine? In the small intestine, the separated nutrients from the food, they were absorbed in the blood. What were the separated nutrients? Carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamins, minerals. These were absorbed in the blood. Similarly, from this air, only oxygen, as our body needs oxygen, this oxygen is separated as from the food, what you have seen, the nutrients were separated. But in the digestive system, out, in mouth, out, anus. But in respiratory system, one way, in nostril, then out, nostrils. Means one way you can go and come back through the same way. This oxygen is taken in the alveolar sac, rest of the gases are returned. That's why you may have felt the gases come out of our nostrils and we say we have breathe out or breathing out or exhalation is the term we use. Do you follow? So, this is the major difference between our respiratory system and the digestive system. In digestive system, you go and you have gone, you have entered through one entry, other exit. But here in our respiratory system, entry and exit from this one passage, that is nostrils. So, when these gases, this oxygen reaches to the alveolar sac, this oxygen is mixed with the blood. As in the small intestine, nutrients were absorbed in the blood. Similarly, this oxygen is absorbed in the blood, and you know blood is the transporting material that reaches to the cytoplasm of the cell, and then from cytoplasm it has gone to mitochondria, right. So, this way, because of this respiratory process, the oxygen has reached to the mitochondria, and here in the mitochondria, because of this oxygen, this carbohydrate is split into carbon dioxide and water, and energy trapped is released. Clear? So, I will stop now in this video at this place, and you should know how the oxygen reaches to the mitochondria and how the carbohydrate reaches to the mitochondria. Both you will write a small paragraph in your copy. Just tell your mother or your elder brother how carbohydrate reaches to the mitochondria and how oxygen reaches. I have told you. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Good day.